In the verdant embrace of Igbo land, where sunlight dappled the kola-nut groves and laughter echoed through bustling markets, resided Ikenga, a farmer whose prosperity mirrored the warmth of his heart. His fields, kissed by the sun, yielded harvests that fed the village, and his cattle, sleek and strong, grazed on the richest pastures. Yet, amidst this abundance, lurked serpent in the form of Ikenga's younger brother, Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi, consumed by envy's serpentine coils, harbored a potent secret, the power to conjure storms, a gift as alluring as it was perilous. Fueled by his malice, he unleashed his wrath upon Ikenga, summoning a tempest of such fury that ripped through the village, leaving behind a trail of destruction and claiming Ikenga's life. The storm's fury, however, did not spare Ikenga's wife Uzoma. Wrecked with grief and despair, she succumbed shortly after delivering twins, a boy named Chim and a girl named NECA. Ifeanyi, his heart as black as the storm clouds he commanded, saw in the twins an obstacle to his avarice. He devised a plan as cunning as it was cruel, to separate the twins and ensure their dismiss. With a honeyed tongue and a viper's smile, he convinced his sister-in-law Nkiruka to take NECA, claiming it was for the child's safety. Chimezie, however, remained under Ifeanyi's roof, a constant reminder of the brother he had murdered. Ifeanyi's malice knew no bounds. He poisoned Chimezie's mind with venomous whispers, weaving a tapestry of lies that painted NECA as a vengeful witch, responsible for their mother's death and their father's misfortune. Chimezie, young and impressionable, absorbed his uncle's lies, his heart hardening with each poisoned word. Years passed, etching their passage on the faces of the separated twins. NECA, raised by her loving aunt in a neighboring village, blossomed into a kind and compassionate woman. Her heart, untouched by the bitterness that festered in Ifeanyi's soul, radiated warmth and kindness. Chimezie, on the other hand, bore the scars of his uncle's manipulation. Consumed by the hatred Ifeanyi had instilled in him, he harbored a simmering resentment towards his twin sister, believing her to be the embodiment of all his misfortune. One fateful day, destiny intertwined the twins' paths once more. NECA, on a pilgrimage to her ancestral village, stumbled upon a gathering where Chimezie was to showcase his powers as a warrior. As she watched her brother, a pang of recognition pierced her heart. The years had etched lines on his face, but his eyes, the same stormy grey as the day of the fateful storm, held a flicker of something familiar. Driven by an inexplicable urge, NECA approached Chimezie. As she stood before him, the weight of their shared past hung heavy in the air. Chimezie, his eyes narrowed with suspicion, recoiled from her touch. The seeds of doubt sown by Ifeanyi had taken root, distorted his perception of his own kin. NECA, her heart heavy with sadness, pleaded with Chimezie to listen to her story. She spoke of their shared past, of the love they had never known, and of the cruel deception that had torn them apart. Chimezie, his defenses crumbling under the weight of her sincerity and the echo of truth ringing in her voice, began to see the cracks in the edifice of lies he had been fed. As NECA spoke, a storm gathered on the horizon, mirroring the tempest that had raged within Chimezie's heart for years. The sky, once a canvas of azure, turned on ominous grey, and the wind picked up, whispering secret through the rustling leaves. As the first drops of rain fell, Chimezie felt a shift within him. The years of hatred and mistrust began to melt away, replaced by a flicker of understanding and compassion. He saw his reflection in NECA's tear-filled eyes, a reflection of their shared pain, their shared loss, and their shared humanity. The storm raged on, but within the hearts of the reunited twins, a different kind of storm brewed, a storm of forgiveness, of reconciliation, and of love. As the rain washed away the dust of the past, Chimezie embraced his sister, the years of separation dissolving in the warmth of their reunion. Their reunion, however, was not without its challenges. Ifeanyi, his avarice, threatened by the rekindled bond between the twins, intensified his effort to manipulate Chimezie. He fabricated stories of NECA plotting to steal their father's wealth, painting her as a cunning sorceress who used her charms to beguile unsuspecting men. He even staged accidents meant to harm NECA, subtly framing them as misfortune or acts of nature. NECA, ever the beacon of kindness, refused to retaliate. Her spirit, nurtured by her loving upbringing and guided by the unseen hand of their deceased mother, Uzoma, remained steadfast. Uzoma's spirit, unable to rest due to the unresolved darkness plaguing her children, acted as a silent guardian, whispering warnings and nudging events in their favor. One such instance involved a cunning plan by Ifeanyi to pit Chimezie against NECA in a public display of martial prowess. The competition, fueled by Ifeanyi's whispers and Chimezie's simmering resentment, turned violent. As Chimeke, blinded by rage, lunged towards NECA with his spear, a gust of wind, seemingly out of nowhere, deflected the blow. The villagers witnessing this intervention gasped in awe, muttering whispers of NECA's supposed witchcraft. NECA, however, knew better. She felt a familiar warmth enveloped her, a comforting presence that calmed her racing heart. It was her mother, she realized, shielding her from harm. This realization, coupled with the villagers' murmurs, sparked a flicker of doubt in Chimezie's heart. Another pivotal moment arrived during the annual Yam Festival. The villagers, gathered to celebrate the harvest, were treated to a magnificent display of drumming and dancing. As the revelry reached its peak, a venomous snake slithered towards NECA, its forked tongue flickering. Panic erupted, but before anyone could react, a blur of movement shot from the crowd. It was Chimezie, his face etched with determination, who wrestled the snake away from his sister, sending it slithering back into the undergrowth. The villagers, their fear replaced by astonishment, showered Chimezie with praise, yet his eyes met NECA's, and a silent understanding passed between them. He had seen the fear in her eyes, the same fear that had haunted him since childhood, the fear instilled by Ifeanyi's venomous lies. The incident at the festival, coupled with the whispers of Uzoma's spirit, guiding Chimezie's dream, chipped away at the edifice of lies Ifeanyi had built. Chimezie began to question everything he had been told, the seeds of doubt blossoming into suspicion. He started noticing inconsistencies in Ifeanyi's stories, subtle shifts in his demeanor, and a chilling possessiveness towards his father's wealth. One night, driven by a gnawing restlessness, Chimezie snuck into Ifeanyi's study. There, amidst the flickering candlelight, he stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Inside, he found a trove of incriminating evidence, scrolls detailing dark rituals, potions brewed for nefarious purposes, and most damningly a diary chronicling Ifeanyi's meticulous scheming, including the details of the storm that claimed their father's life. The truth, cold and stark, washed over Chimezie. He confronted Ifeanyi, his voice trembling with a mixture of rage and disbelief. Ifeanyi, his facade crumbling, confessed to his crimes, his envy festering into a monstrous entity that had consumed him. In a fist of desperation, he lunged on Chimezie, a dagger glinting in his hand. A struggle ensued, fueled by years of manipulation and pent-upon emotions. Just as Ifeanyi gained the upper hand, a bolt of lightning, seemingly summoned by the brewing storm within Chimezie, struck the room, sending Ifeanyi flying and extinguishing his life. With Ifeanyi gone, the darkness that had clouded Chimezie's heart began to lift. He reunited with NECA, Their bond finally forged in shared understanding and forgiveness. Together, they exposed Ifeanyi's treachery to the villagers, reclaiming their rightful inheritance and restoring peace to their father's legacy. Their journey, however, did not end there. NECA and Chim, guided by Uzoma's enduring spirit, vowed to use their newfound wealth and unity to heal the wounds inflicted by Ifeanyi's greed and mend the fractured bonds within their community. They became beacons of hope, reminding everyone that even the darkest storms could be withered with compassion, forgiveness, and the unwavering love of family, both earthly and beyond. And so, the tale of the storm within, both literal and metaphorical, ended not with destruction, but with the promise of a brighter dawn. Theirs was a story whispered on the wind, carried by the rustling leaves of the kola nut groves, a testament to the enduring power of love, truth, and the resilience of the human spirit. In the heart of Igbo land, where sunlight dappled the kolanut groves and laughter echoed through the bustling market, a new chapter began, one etched in the vibrant hues of reconciliation and hope.